Keep your hands, arms, legs, feet, and children inside the ride at all times. Parents, please keep your children seated, attended to, and to a minimum volume, as some of our animals are very sensitive to noise, and bad children will be sent to the San Diego Zoo. All right, everyone, as we cross the Bronx River, we are going to be transported 7,000 miles into Asia, as if by magic. So, let's get moving, everyone. Welcome to Asia. Now in this first meadow over here to the top left, you'll see the Indian peafowl, the national bird of India. Indian peafowl, what is known as sexually dimorphic, meaning the males and females look different from each other. Males have a very colorful set of tail feathers, and females have a gray body and a green neck and head. Males are also called peacocks, and the females are called peahens. And the little babies are called peachicks. Alright. Trying to find some of our other creatures, but we're not really able to find them right now. Why do they not have any feathers? It's a good question. The reason is because mating season is over. The only reason they have those tail feathers is during mating season, so they can attract mates. So once they mate, they lose their feathers. The males do at least. Trying to see. Here's a little bit from Michelle, one of our keepers here on the Monorail.
Hi, my name is Michelle. I'm part of the Wild Asia Keeper team. We call this area Kanha Meadow, where we care for about 40 Barasingha deer, 15 axis deer, 10 black buck, and a pair of muntjac. We start our day by checking on all the animals, making sure they are healthy, behaving normally, and safe. Sometimes, fawns and calves are born overnight. Newborns are given a neonatal exam, which includes weighing, vaccination, and tagging for identification purposes. While the animals are in the meadow, we prepare their nighttime holding areas so that they have a safe and clean place to spend the night.
When we think of an animal that's extinct, we probably think of the dinosaurs, the dodo bird, or the woolly mammoth. But the next creature we're going to be taking a look at is an animal that was once extinct, but through breeding efforts we brought them back from extinction. The next creature we're looking at is none other than the Tyrannosaurus. I'm kidding, we don't have the budget for that. The next animal we're looking at are the gorgeous Przewalski's horse, or Mongolian wild horse. Przewalski horses once roamed the steppes of Kazakhstan, China, and Mongolia. But unfortunately, due to habitat loss and hunting, these creatures were wiped off the face of the earth. Now, in 1902, the Bronx Zoo received our first pair of Przewalski horses. And since then, we've had over 50 foals born here. For everyone that doesn't know, a baby horse is called a foal. You might have noticed some differences between our horses and the horses that you know at home, and that's because our horses are wild horses, meaning they have not been domesticated. A domesticated animal means that it's lost all its natural fear of humans. An example of a domesticated animal would be a dog or a cat. Do we have any dog people on the train today? We got any cat people? Alright, well, for you cat people, we have a very special surprise in just a few minutes. But in the meantime, here are two of our researchers working in the field to help save wildlife and coexist with it.
Farmers in Indonesia live closely with wild animals, like elephants, which we will see shortly. WCS field staff work with local leaders and farmers in Indonesia to come up with the Crop Protection Unit. This unit created many different ways for farming to continue in close proximity of wild animals. One strategy was to soak ropes in chili powder and place them around the crops. Elephants do not like chili and leave the farms alone, allowing the farmer and the animals to share the habitat peacefully.
I'm Jonathan Slatt, and I'm the Russia and Northeast Asia coordinator for the Wildlife Conservation Society. I believe that wildlife has a place on this earth, and my job is to find practical solutions that allow people and wildlife to thrive together. Przewalski's horse went extinct in the wild in the 1960s, and on a recent trip to Kazakhstan, I thought about the ongoing and successful efforts in that country to bring these horses back to the Central Asian steppe. The world needs happy stories, to watch the impossible become possible, and to see hope restored. That's what's happening today, Colonel Jablonski's horse.
Okay. How's everyone doing? Doing good? Alright, awesome. Alright. Coming up on our next creature, if you look to your top right over here, folks, we're going to take a look at the gaur, the largest species of wild cattle in the world. Gaur can get to be over 2,000 pounds and 6 feet tall at the shoulder, making them one of the largest and most powerful animals in Asia. Gaur are so powerful, they've actually even been known to fight off tigers. Yes, tigers. Unfortunately, there are two creatures gaur are not able to fight off. The first one being man, as we are responsible for deforestation and poaching, the two threats that gaur face in the wild. The other animal cannot fight off is my mother. Thank you. Now, we actually have one of the only herd of gaur in the United States, and we're one of the only breeding herd as well. We have a species survival plan in place for the gaur in case their species unfortunately goes extinct in the wild. We have a healthy captive population that was able to bring them back into the wild. Keep your hands in the right, please, everyone. Thank you. Now, it is very, very, very hard to remember that the Bronx Zoo sits in the middle of an urban setting. And the structure we're going to see in front of us is not to keep something in, but to keep something out. And that thing we are keeping out is the roar you hear behind us. It's not the roar of a tiger, or a lion, or a bear, but crikey, it's the Bronx River Parkway. And here's the traffic report for the monorail. Around 4 o'clock, we're going to be moving faster than them. And I'm from Long Island. I have to drive home that today. Everyone, the next creature we're going to be looking at is an animal that is the largest cat in the world. The apex predator of Asia, the tiger. So I just ask everybody, please keep their hands, arms, legs, feet, and children inside the ride at all times as we enter his habitat. And right now, we are mere guests in the kingdom of the tiger. So please be respectful of the true king of the jungle. To the top right over here, everybody, we have Josie. Josie is a male Siberian or Amur tiger. Tigers can eat up to 40 pounds of meat a day, and that is the equivalent of 160 hamburgers. Each tiger actually has their own set of stripes, and no two cats will have the same stripes, just like our fingerprints. Even if tigers are born in the same litter, they will not have the same stripes. What's up, big guy? Keep your hands in the right, please, everyone. Ma'am. Thank you. Now, there are several species of tiger in the world. From smallest to largest, there's the Sumatran tiger, the Malayan tiger, the Bengal tiger, and the Siberian or Amur tiger. Josie is a Siberian tiger. Here at the Bronx Zoo, we exhibit Malayan and Siberian tigers. The reason you only see one tiger at a time is because tigers are solitary animals in the wild, meaning they live alone. The only time tigers will come together is either to mate or to fight over females or territory. All species of tiger are critically endangered in the wild, and here's a little bit about what we're doing to protect them.
WCS works with many species of tigers in the wild and at the zoo. Here is a note from one of our field scientists about his experience working with rangers to protect tigers in Indonesia.
Hi, my name is Fahmi.
Way in the back, those spotted deer are called the axis deer. They've been exhibited here at the zoo since 1899.
There was a time when we found some tigers' footprints in the jungle. But then we also found that some snares are installed inside the forest, which become threats to the animals. We dismantle the snares to make sure that the tiger are safe.
Look on the right side of the fence near the river over there, you can see the Barasinga deer. Barasinga means 12 tine in the Hindi language, and they get that name from the 12 tines or points on their antlers. Barasinga, yes. Now, the next animal we're going to be looking at is quite peculiar. The next animal is the Sulawesi babirusa. Babirusa. Way in the back over there, you can see the babirusa. His name is Linus. He shares a name with another animal on the monorail. Babirusa means pig deer in the Malay language, and they get that name from their tusks that come through the top of their skull that look like antlers. Babirusa are also considered the most primitive species of pig as well because of those tusks. Now, speaking of tusks, the next animal we're going to be taking a look at, I need you all to please remain quiet and seated for, as she is the largest resident of the Bronx Zoo. She's also my best friend because humans disappoint me. The next animal we're going to be taking a look at is Happy. Happy is a 51-year-old female Asian elephant. She's going to be to the top right of her enclosure, folks. Everybody please be respectful and stay quiet. What's up, pretty girl? Elephants can eat up to 200 pounds of food a day and drink 60 gallons of water. An elephant's trunk is so powerful they can rip down an entire tree branch, yet so gentle they can pick up a single blade of grass. Happy's actually... Do you want to come and say hi to me? Happy likes me for some reason. What's up, Mama? Watch. She likes to scratch. Look, she's scratching herself. She's so smart. Say hi, Happy.
Hi.
No, not you, her. Just telling her to say hi. What are you doing? She's grumpy right now. You can tell she's grumpy. Her ears are not flapping and her tail's not wagging. Happy does not like the rain. Now we have two beautiful girls here, Happy and Patty, and both of our elephants are over 50 years old. Now hang tight, guys, 1 second. One second, guys. Here's a little bit about elephant conservation.
WCS works in the field with both African and Asian elephants. Here is a note.
They will be safe because they are so big. But the truth is, they have declined 50% since the 1980s. Even though rats and insects cause more damage to crops than elephants. Because the elephant is so huge, psychologically, it seems more threatening. So when there is conflict, the farmers poison the elephants. In response, we created a crop protection unit to mitigate conflict and send the elephants back into the park. And it's been a huge success. Since we started in 2003, no elephants and no people have been killed.
Well, that's some good news. Alright, now the next animal is to the right in her mud over here, everybody. The next animal we're looking at is Penny. Penny is a female Indian rhino. She's going to be in her little pool to the left of her exhibit, folks. Rhino's skin is about as thick as your wrist, but amazingly that skin is super sensitive to the sun. So what we do here at the Bronx Zoo for our rhinos is we rub them down with sunblock, right, Penny? Right, Penny? Hi, Penny. Penny likes me too. Penny and I are best buds. Right, girl? Now, rhinos in the wild do not have sunblock, so they roll around in mud to protect themselves against the sun. And that mud acts as a natural insect deterrent and sunblock, allowing the rhinos to have a safe day in their natural habitats. Rhino horn is actually made up of the same stuff that is in your fingernails and your hair. It is called, anybody know? Keratin. Contrary to belief in Asian medicine, a rhino horn has no medical or medicinal properties whatsoever. Taking medicine with rhino horn in it is essentially biting off your fingernails, which is a terrible habit, kids, and don't get into it. Alright. Question time. Anybody got any questions, comments, concerns, anything? Nobody raise your hand. Anybody got anything? No? Alrighty. No one's got anything they want to ask? Alright. Here's a little bit about rhino conservation.
The rhinos you see here are Indian rhinos. We work with habitats all over the world that are homes to rhinos. Here is a note from our field office in Sumatra, Ed Wulan, who works with the Sumatran rhino. Sumatran rhinos are the smallest of the world's rhinos, and they are considered critically endangered.
My name is Wulan Pusparini, and I'm the Species Conservation Specialist for WCS Indonesia program. We carried out an island-wide survey of the last wild population of Sumatran rhinoceros in Indonesia. With so many unknowns on how to manage Sumatran rhinos in the wild or captivity, our studies showed definitively that we must protect them at source. The cost of doing nothing could be the extinction of the species, and I can't imagine that.
All right. I know the water leaks in. Okay. We're going to be stopping up ahead in just a minute. If anybody wants to move to the top part of the monorail car so they can escape the rain, that'd be fine. If you guys want to, just do it when I stop the train, please, so we don't have anybody getting hurt. All right, thank you. Now to the top right of this exhibit over here, folks, we're going to have the Nilgai antelope, the largest antelope in Asia. And their name means blue bull in Hindi. They get that name from the male's blue coloration on their backs. Currently, it's a girls' day out, so none of our males are on exhibit. Anyone else having a girls' day out? Alright, it looks like I cannot stop up over here. So, we'll be at platform in just a few minutes, guys, don't worry. We'll escape the rain, I promise. Now, in this exhibit over here, folks, we have the Chinese tufted deer way back over there. The Chinese tufted deer get their name from the tufts that burn their tails and on their ears. They also have the nickname vampire deer. They get that nickname from their fangs that hang from the top of their mouth that look like vampire teeth. But don't worry, they're not going to drink our blood because just like Happy up top over there to the right, they are an herbivore. Happy is an elephant, by the way. Hi, Happy. Say hi, everybody. Hi, Happy. She's a pretty girl. All right, everybody, hang tight. We're crossing over the Bronx River now. Kind of like a scene out of Jurassic Park, minus the dinosaurs and the screaming. Hang tight, everybody. We're speeding up a bit. There we go. All right. We're onto the brush now. All right, everyone. Coming into this area, if you look straight ahead at the top of that tree, you can see the markhor, the national animal of Pakistan, way at the base of that tree, everyone. Markhors horses get to be 5 feet tall. They can also jump 6 feet in the air straight up without a running start. Markhor have actually been known to climb trees to get food, and I call it markhor parkour. Be nice to get you out of the rain. I got you, don't worry. You're in the hands of the... Inside, everyone. Any of the guests with an umbrella, if you can, try to shield the other guests from the rain. Work together, folks. We're all the same species. Be friends. Now, everybody, in this exhibit to the right, up top over here, just stay quiet. This is Linus. He's an 8-year-old red panda. Now, in the Nepal language, he is known as Hun Ho, which means firefox, and no, not the internet browser. Red pandas are actually not related to foxes, nor are they related to pandas, but they are actually a relative of the skunk, weasel, and raccoon family. And yes, those furry little trash bandits you have at home that steal and eat your garbage are a relative of the red panda. All right. Everybody all right? We doing all right? Told you guys to get you out of the rain. Okay, everybody. You know, I usually do a spiel about the membership. Let's have some fun, all right? What was everybody's favorite animal in the monorail? On 3. 1, 2, 3.
Elephant!
All right, on 3, we're going to say what the best zoo in the world is. 1, 2, 3.
Elephant!
I don't think elephants is a zoo. The Bronx Zoo, that's right. All right, you guys had a good ride?
Yes.
Sorry about the rain. I don't control the weather. Wish I did. All right, how many of us are members? Really? Next time we ride, I want to see all those hands in the air. If you guys want to become a member today, become a member at Zoo Center. While you're there, you can catch out my friends Harry and Zubari, our 2 male southern white rhinos from Africa. We also have the Komodo dragon in there, the largest lizard in the world. You can also catch our giant Aldabra tortoises. They can live to over 102 years old. Anybody have any questions? All right. We're going to be stopping here for just a second, everybody. Thanks, side, everyone. Stay seated, everybody, please. We're not leaving just yet.